it's Uncle Destiny here with you, and we're going to do part 2 video of connecting with the ancestors. I've received posts from some of you asking for more information about talking and being in connection with the ancestors, and that there are other things that you have had more of an affinity to. Well, let me be frank. As I said in the first video, that the practice of ancestral connection is worldwide, and there's multiple connections, multiple ways to learn it. And so I'm going to very much encourage you to research those as well, not just what I'm saying in this video, but actually go and research them. With that end, it also means that, depending on what you have connected to in the past, be it the angels, be it the elements, be it the Orisha, be it the Loas, be it the Celtic gods, be it the Greek gods, doesn't matter, whatever you have connected with before and had good communications with, that's not this case. You are starting over. You're starting over from the beginning. You are novices at communicating with your ancestors if you have not been trained to do it most of your life, or it has been supported in the idea of your family. So you are starting over, which means you have to really work on listening, because they're not going to be talking to you the same way that the other forces have. You're going to be needing to develop a new language set, and that can take months, if not years. To be able to do the readings that I do has developed over multiple years of working with my ancestors. To have that connection so that I can listen to them and have a back and forth with them. Your task in doing this is starting to learn to listen first. Now, how that will manifest will be different depending on the ancestors and what ways they're actually seeing that you are listening. So for some might be suddenly having memories of of a particular family member or ancestor coming through. You may suddenly have the feeling, like, say they were somebody who was very much into cars, and you suddenly strangely smell motor oil or the griminess of motor oil on your hands at strange moments. That's the ancestors communicating with you. When you're dealing with ancestors who are older or you may not necessarily know, their communications will be very different. They may come more in that aspect of what you're suddenly thinking about and suddenly appears. That may be them. You may suddenly feel like you're drawn and hearing a voice out of the waters or out of the fire. That may be elementals talking to you, but it can also just as equally be the ancestors talking to you. Ancestors will use whatever form is most convenient and available to them for you to hear, but you have to be able to hear. You have to be listening. And you have to train yourself to listen. And that's going to take time. That's going to take practice. That is not going to be an instantaneous thing. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm a little short with it, but you know, this is something that just doesn't happen instantaneously. This is a muscle. You have to build it. This is a relationship. You have to build it. You may have certain ancestors that act as the liaisons to all the others. And if so, you still have to build a relationship and a communication structure with them. But again, you have to do work. Your first work is being able to shut up and listen. And they will instruct you. But you got to be listening. And that in itself is its own effort. And that's what you got to practice. So we'll see if there's a part 3 to this, but this is where you're starting from. And I'm going to again encourage you to go out and explore more than just what I've shown you or talked to you about with ancestral communication. This is only a starting point. There's a long road, and they will teach you that road more so than anything I can tell you. But I'm start on this way. And this is Uncle Destiny. May the ancestors be with you. Ashe.